Hello, my name is Isel. I'm going on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic. This is my first time here ever doing any type of readings online, so bear with me as I acclimate to this new forum. But I wanted to get into a love reading for the sign of Cancer for the last half of August 2018. So yeah, let's just go ahead and dig in. A lot of my readings are a little bit more intuitive versus just reading the cards, but bear with me, you know, and again, it's just not going to resonate for every single person, so try not to make it fit. Like, some people will be spot on, some people just won't, you know, and that's just the nature of general tarot readings, you know. All right, so an overall energy for Cancer, the last portion of August 2018. Give me an overall energy for the sign of Cancer, the last portion of August. I'm not taking those, I'm just spinning them around. Oh, good Lord. Everybody's everywhere. Overall energy for Cancer. Last portion of August 2018. So you got two. Okay. So you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. It's talking about some heavy energy, basically an energy where we are kind of like ruminating in a lot of ways, kind of holding on to some situations in a lot of ways. It's Marcel in the background. Sorry. He's a big talker. You know, a lot of the time, like when we experience the Five of Cups, often it's talking about having to leave a situation, having to breakups, you know, regret in breakups, regret in situations where it's like what we thought we were putting our effort into no longer really worked out, you know. How could I have done this better? How could I have changed the situation? Is this my fault? You know, all of those types of things. But I feel here that there's an energy of not necessarily just putting the blame on yourself. Marcel, please. Sorry, he likes to get off the table. All right, I'm gonna go from there. Sorry about that. I feel that this energy is more in tandem with a situation that has dissolved, like I was saying, but I feel here in this particular situation, this is something that maybe was out of your hands in a way. This may have come about for you in regard to toxic energy that may have been experienced in a relationship, something that was binding but also completely not for you. We also have the Six of Swords as the other card that popped out as well. So an overall energy, the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords. Two cards of essentially needing to leave a situation and let it go, you know, and like, please be careful of stagnation. And even if you do decide to move away from a situation, be careful of the mental energy that you bring with you. That just perpetuates a cycle. So I want to go ahead and dig into the reading. Dear energies, dear spirits, dear guides, dear ones that watch over and know Cancer's path, those that are here today to watch this video, and hopefully they get some benefit from the message that is here. Please show me what energies need to be shown to Cancer. What energies and messages do I need to convey to Cancer? Please show me for the second half of August 2018. So the Ace of Swords, cutting a situation out of your life that no longer served you. This is talking about utter clarity in a situation. This is talking about communication that is pretty much blunt and to the point. a situation that, while it offers its truth, I think the resolve of that truth is something where it's painful. There's a level of painful energy that is achieved. Again, you have the Six of Swords at the bottom of this deck. You know, so needing to move away from a situation that is no longer fruitful, no longer serving you, something that's pretty much leaving you in emotional and mental anguish. You know, again, I'm feeling like there's an energy of like a toxic connection to something or somebody, you know, where it's like it played out in a way that was really detrimental. Three of Pentacles. So this could either be a third-party situation, but this often talks about situations where it's like you are working with somebody for the same goal, you know. This could be a level of realizing a situation, a codependent issue in a relationship where it needed to be cut out, and then you both move along together. Or it could be that you are cutting out a situation that is going to free your space up so that you can give to something that's positive for yourself. Eight of Wands, so movement, forward movement very quickly, moving forward in something with somebody, you know, quick communication. I think this is communication about what you want to actually work on, if this situation is salvageable, if this is something that you, Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, if this is something that you want to work on again. I wonder if this is a bit of a reconciliation energy here, you know, but I feel too with the reconciliation aspect of it, if you are reconciling with somebody, be very careful as far as like what they've already shown you, because that's kind of the proof is in the pudding type thing. Like, you know, especially if you've had a long enough time to experience somebody and how they feel and how they think and operate in a situation, in relationships, you know, how do they go about that? And is it something that you can withstand any longer? Is it worth going back into? I think it's really important to be very clear about what you are willing and unwilling to be part of again, you know, if this is a reconciliation. You know, if this person was cut away from your life, or if you separated from this person and they've moved away, you've moved away, there's distance between you, you know, this could talk about an energy where it's like the communication is back on the table and somebody wanting to come back, you know. But again, be careful, because I'm feeling a level of toxicity here that could be, it could be really paramount and detrimental into to the connection, you know. So let's get some more energies for Cancer, please. Show me more for Cancer. Okay. So you have the Seven of Cups coming out in reverse. So this is clearing up confusion. This is making a decision when you had a lot of options. This is also narrowing a situation down if you had more than one person. This is narrowing a situation down where now you've actually chosen someone. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is somebody who's kind of shitty. Lying, stealing, cheating, you know, manipulation. Somebody who doesn't really care about, you know, your actions. And if this is you doing this to somebody, if this is you trying to come back into their life, I'm just going to say straight up, like, be very conscious of how you move within a situation and what you actually have to offer, you know. Be genuine this time around. Because I feel like if this is you that's experienced being cut out of somebody's life due to some bullshit that you played, like, be very careful in how you operate with that person. A, their guards up, but B, like, you need to be a good person. You need to, this situation was an episode of learning for you, you know. The person is considerate of the connection. The person is open to communication about potentially rebuilding a foundation, but I feel it's very important that whomever left and is trying to come back in, they be conscious of how they operate here and what they have to offer. I'm not going to say anymore, because if you're a negative aspect in this situation, you're trying to like manipulate your way back into a situation, then those cards will fall how they may. But at this point, you know, if you, Cancer, are somebody who has experienced something with somebody where it's like they've walked away, they've moved, there's a separation between you, and now it's almost like you're allowing them back, you want them back in, be careful about that as well, because again, there's also a level of toxicity here. Show me more for Cancer, please. Seven of Swords. So just what we talked about. So, you know, who's at the bottom of the deck? Eight of Cups. So this is somebody who basically created a situation that was full of bullshit. They lied to you. You lied to them, whomever. It can go either way. But somebody was deceptive here. Somebody did not have the other's intention at heart, their best intentions at heart. They did not care. They didn't give a damn, you know. And I feel that at this time, it's important for you to really decide if you actually do want to entertain this situation again. For some reason, in the 4 last readings I've done, like the 5 of Cups keeps popping up. It's like regret, sorrow, like everybody's going through this stuff. And I know like Mercury or retrograde energy is all over the place, and I feel like it's petering down, but it's still energetically cycling people that don't need to be in our lives, you know, any longer. And the reason that they're being brought back into our lives is primarily so they can show us what we need to release. You know, when we release these energies, when we no longer entertain these energies, you know, this BS from people, you know, when they keep us down, when they don't care about us, when they devalue us, you know, and yet we keep taking it. Be careful about that, because it's like, it shows you who you are as a person, but it also shows you the lack of regard you might have, you know, which is actually great, because it just shows you what you need to heal, you know, in the long run. But I feel that this situation here, it's like, if you've decided to let this person back in, be very conscious of the energy here. I don't feel that this is good, especially with the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody that is regretting things, you know. 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. This is a lot of regret. This is having to walk away from a situation. I think, though, this energy more so is the person that walked away, the person that maybe did the cheating. I think that they're actually feeling more so regret about the situation versus manipulation. At this point, like, I feel like they are wanting to rebuild this. They're wanting to come back to you in a certain way. I think it's important for you to be conscious of that, though. Like, really sit with it. Really sit with it before you allow them back into your life. Because, you know, for somebody to be operating under this energy, the 7 of Swords energy, you know, that's like blatant disregard, you know. But they want to talk to you about it. They want to communicate about a situation. They want to communicate about this, you know. I don't know. It's like they're offering a level of truth. They're offering a level of communication that is geared towards wanting to build something again, to rebuild something, I feel. But, you know, I'm kind of wondering if they already feel like, okay, this person has moved on. This person no longer wants this situation in their life. I don't know. I have to either catch up really, really quickly or just let it go, you know. And I think that's where they are also in a level of frustration, as well as you potentially being a level of frustration. I don't know. This feels very much to me like it's kind of back and forth. Like this person, like maybe this person has grown a bit more. Maybe this person has learned a bit more of their ways. They recognize like the error of their ways, and they're paying more attention to how the word dutiful is coming up, you know. But also be careful too, because if somebody starts to give to you and, like, you know, provide for you and do all of these things to prove, you know, that they're stable with you and they want to be with you, like, be conscious in how long that lasts. Be conscious of You know, watch them, quietly observe them, but see if they start slipping. See if they start slipping into their old ways. You know, the second that happens, hawk eyes, you know, watch them like a hawk. Be very conscious of it. You know, that's what I'm feeling. I'm going to pull some clarifiers here for this reading, but that's kind of the general energy that I'm going with right now. Somebody wanting to communicate, somebody wanting to clear up some things from the past, recognize and communicate about their shitty behavior in the past, how they walked away potentially, how they caused a situation to dissolve. And I feel like you're both in this position where it's like you're fragile, like you're both regretful of something, but being in that energy, be very careful of what you allow back in, because it's like you almost are more so vulnerable, because it's like you have this ache inside, this like heartache inside, and you both want to fix it. But I think that that is actually more so indicative of a level of codependency versus actual love. And Cancer needs to be very careful about that. Cancer can be a very codependent sign. Cancer wants comfort. Cancer wants the internal emotional satisfaction. They want to be taken care of. They want to take care of others. They want to quell the choppy seas. You know, they want to be able to be at ease with everything. So I think it's really important that you, while you want to help heal a situation, sometimes total blunt honesty is very important in regard to that. And that truly means cutting out anything that may be detrimental to yourself as well. So it's a need and necessity to be very clear in your communication, and also put away emotions, because all the emotional cards here, cards of confusion, cards of walking away, being in deep regret, mournful, sorrowful energy, sadness, rumination. These cards, these emotional cards here are very heavy hitters. They're not comfortable. And then at the bottom of this, underneath this 8 of Cups, you have the 2 of Cups. So again, maybe the reason why I'm feeling that there's so much regret on both halves, both sides and parties, is because that there was a connection here that was very deep. It was very connected, but somebody strayed, you know, and somebody did some shit that wasn't okay. So let's go ahead and clarify. First off, let's clarify the 7 of Swords. Show me the 7 of Swords, please. Okay, so you have the 9 of Wands. This is defensiveness. This is basically deciding if you want to actually go back into a situation. It's like you're pretty bruised up, banged up. You don't really know which way to go, you know? I mean, you're willing to listen, you're willing to communicate, but it's like there's still such a level of, you know, pulling back and defensiveness that I think it's really important for you to honor that defensiveness in this situation. You know, by honoring that defensiveness, it's like you're not lowering your guard, you know, lower it enough to have a conversation and be civil and communicate from the heart, but also be conscious of what you actually let back in, you know, because there's a reason that you're defensive. There's a definite reason that you're defensive with this 7 of Swords. This person hurt you, or you hurt them. Either way, there's defensiveness and a need to heal, you know, so pay attention to that. We also have 2 other cards popping out. So we have the King of Cups and the Empress. So this is a couple, you know, this is also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you know, it's Taurus energy over here for the Empress. But, you know, I feel very much that this could have been an energy where somebody was seeking elsewhere. Because they didn't feel like they matched the level of their partner, or they wanted something else. Like their partner wasn't enough. There's something here about that, but it's also about, you know, a foundation of a relationship, I feel, you know, that has kind of been uprooted a bit. With this King of Cups, I feel that this person, whether it be you or the other person, the other party, there is a lot of love. There is a lot of energy that is here, but there's also a lot of regret. There's also a lot of energy that is being hushed at this point. And so I feel that there's a need to emotionally expand here, to potentially bring back a new beginning, to bring back a resolve to the situation and to have things go positively. Because they realize potentially that you are far better than what they went after. And to clarify that, there's the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, a brand new beginning, but it comes after heavy communication, deep consideration in this endeavor. So let's continue on. So that was the Seven of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords. That's too many. Show me the Ace of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords. So this is either you or them. I feel this is you, but this is an energy of where you have to be very, very clear in what you allow back in, very clear in the communication. This is somebody who is willing to listen, but also very much willing to let go of someone. Not willing to let go of the situation and be like, oh, I forgive you. Sure, that can happen. But more so willing to be done with the situation if needs be, because it doesn't serve them. You know, it's like this person, this Queen of Swords, she's been hurt, she's been maimed, she's been emotionally stepped on, she's been cheated on, lied to. You know, it's like she's pretty much been thrown through the ringer as far as relationships go, as far as mistreatment goes, you know, and so she knows what not to be a part of. And she's using that sword to potentially cut the situation out. So be very, very careful. And with that, though, on the bottom of the deck for that is the Seven of Cups. So it's like if she cuts the situation out, she is going to go after her options. You know, she may see that, okay, this is done. I have options elsewhere. I'm going to utilize that in a logical way. Show me the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so you have the Two of Pentacles, so bringing balance back to a situation. The Eight of Wands, communication. Again, travel. If this person is far away, they could come travel to you to try and bring back stability. Four of Wands, stability in a relationship. This is a marriage. This is a foundation, you know, so trying to bring back a foundation. Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, trying to bring back a foundation that pretty much they've spent energy on, but is now dissolved at this point from, you know, the Seven of Swords type shit. So somebody trying to rebuild something here, most definitely. Trying to offer the situation more so. Okay. So the Eight of Wands, I didn't even say it, but it's the King of Swords in reverse. So this is somebody who's manipulative. This is somebody who doesn't really care. This is somebody who is out for their own gratification. They don't really have much concern for those that they inflict their will upon, let's say, you know. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. So somebody who's also keeping secrets. So be careful with what they're offering you, because they may not be telling you the entire truth of the situation. Yeah, show me the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Three of Wands. So they see they're coming back to you. If this is some sort of reconciliation, they want to come back to you because they realize what they're missing. They realize that you are awesome, more so than what they could have gone after. And now they realize that, hey, I done made a mistake, you know, and they want to come back and communicate this. And even if they don't communicate it to that level, that's what they're thinking. You know, it's like you are what they actually truly wanted. The grass isn't always greener. And unfortunately, the outcome of the situation, due to their actions, has left everybody in this sorrow, in this painful Eight of Cups, Five of Cups energy, where people are regretful, mournful, sad. But again, be careful with the level of sadness, you know, that you have, because that can actually cause you to step into a situation out of, I don't want to say desperation, but almost out of like a need to be soothed. And that's somebody who you found soothing, you love them, you know, but also take stock of what actually happened. Yeah, you're in your head about it though, for sure. You know, if this person communicates anything, you need to be very conscious of what you give. And so I think it's really a huge decision in how you choose to act and operate within this situation. Show me the 8 of Cups here, please. Show me the 8 of Cups. Show me the 8 of Cups. Yeah, 3 of Cups. So this person wants to reconcile. They want to reconcile again with the Fool at the bottom of the deck. They want a brand new beginning. They want to start something new again with you, and they want to make sure that this time they are they want to get their point across, but there's something here that's like not 100%. Like they're not going to tell you like 100% of what's happened. They're not going to tell you every single detail. There's a level of information that's being left out regarding this third-party situation. Give me one more for the 3 of Cups. 7 of Swords. This person is still lying to you. They're not going to give you the full information of what's going on. You know, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. If this was somebody that you didn't have a long-standing relationship with, they may have gone back to a partner from a previous relationship, somebody that they had a family with, you know, just saying. Or they could be wanting to stabilize the situation with you because you have a family together, you know, you have an abundance of energy that's been basically built up together. But, you know, you can't always salvage that, especially after something to that degree has happened. And I feel, again, that this person is bringing a lot of toxic energy. I said that from the beginning of this reading. Like, I felt like there's a level of severe toxic energy here. I don't even want to do a romance angel. Like, I don't want to do a romance angel. I'm going to do... All right. Romance angel, show me an energy here. What is the most present situation with Cancer? What do they need to be careful of, watch out for? What is the energy that is most prevalent here for Cancer, please? The last half of August 2018. Show me for Cancer. Show me for Cancer, please. Show me for Cancer. Sign of Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Woo. Romantic feelings in reverse. So, you know what? This is something that you really need to be careful on how you apply your feelings. If you are just going off of emotions and wanting to salvage something for the sake of salvaging it because it's going to make you feel safe and secure and all of that stuff, be careful about that because it's almost a false sense of security. You need to be very genuine in why you get back together with this person. This person, I feel, is not going to be honest with you. Show me romantic feelings in reverse, please. 10 of Swords. This is an end to a situation, but it's also something that's basically stabbed you in the back. This person, you need to be very conscious of what you're putting in. I think this is a clear sign that you need to be very careful of what you're going to be offering here or allowing back into your life. I don't think that this is a situation that you want to entertain anymore. And I think the longer this has stewed and the longer you think about it, the more solidified you'll become in your decision-making against this situation. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I hope Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Sun card. So it's clarity and communication. It's an illumination, but also I think that this situation it's toast. It's done. Like, what can you do? You know, move on, heal from it, you know, but be careful. All right. Take care. I hope that this situation or this reading was able to be helpful for you. My name is Isel, the Altruistic Mystic, and I'm new to YouTube. So if this resonated, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope that you have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye-bye.